Greetings to everyone. This is Group 3. Economy has one of the biggest impacts in the society. It is not only about numerical, number of unemployed, gross domestic product or the GDP, or whatever the stock market. Economy is about people, the institution that organizes all the production, consumption, and trade of goods in the society. Economic systems vary from one society to another. Three sectors are given in the understanding of economy, to wit, the primary sectors extract raw materials from natural environments. The secondary sector gains their raw materials and transforms them into manufactured goods. The tertiary sector involves services rather than goods. International financial institutions, world economies, have brought closer together by globalization. World's economies have impact on a global market and finance. The strength of a more powerful economy brings greater effect on other countries. In the same manner, crises on weaker economies have less effect on the other countries. The following are the financial institutions and economic organizations that made countries even closer together, at least when it comes to trade.
So good day everyone. At this point, I'll be discussing the 8 different international financial institutions. So para sa kaalaman nating lahat, itong international financial institution, yung purpose nito is that yung world economies will bring us together by globalization. Kasi itong world economy had a greater impact in the global finance and global market. Now, so in international financial institution, there are 8 was created. First in the list is that the Bretton Woods system. So itong institution na ito, it is came to exist because of the historical event that happened, like World War I, the Great Depression in 1930s, and yung World War XI. So itong Bretton system na ito, parang na-create siya kasi yung bawat countries is may mga takot na baka maulit yung lack of cooperation and yung sa nation state. So binuo ito upang kahit papaano is makapag-exchange tayo ng currency in other countries, which is makakatulong sa ating pamayanan. So after a while, the Bretton system had been affected by finance and trade. So, and because of that, 2 institution was born. At yun yung the General Agreement of Tariff and Trade. And yung isa ay yung World Trade Organization. Then itong dalawang ito, it focused on the trade through multinational trade agreement conducted in many rounds of negotiate. So it is so yung GATT o yung the General Agreement on Tariff and Trade, na-establish siya noong 1947, and then in Uruguay round 1986 hanggang 1993, na-reach nila yung agreement, and dahil doon nakapag-create ng isang institution which is ito ng World Trade Organization. And then itong World Trade Organization, it is located in Geneva, Switzerland, with 152 member as of 2008. And then ito siya parang yung WTO, responsible siya sa trade in services, yung non-tariff related barriers to trade, and yung other border areas of trade liberalization. Then after that, after how many years, the NAFTA was developed, or yung tinatawag nating North American Free Trade Agreement, or yung NAFTA. Then, so it was developed and expand world trade by broadening international cooperation. So, objectives nito is that to increase cooperation for improving condition in North America by reducing barriers to trade as it expand the market three countries. After that, after World War II, the International Monetary Fund and yung World Bank is parang natuklasan. So, itong institution na ito, it is established through peace advocacy after the war, yun ang World War II. It aimed to help the economic stability of the world, which was started by countries rather than regular banks. So, after naman yan, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or yung OECD, and the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, yung OPEC, and yung the European Union, ito naman yung na-born after sa IMF and World Bank. And itong OECD, or yung Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, it comprises into 35 member countries. So, and yung Latvia, siya yung huli na naging miyembro nito. And yung OPEC naman, it was organized in 60s with Saudi, Iraq, Kuwait, Iran, and Venezuela. Itong OPEC, sila yung main distributor of oil. And then yung EU, or yung European Union, nag-comprise naman siya ng 28 member. Sila yung parang na tuklasan ito mula sa mga bansang Eurozone, or parang dito ina-adapt yung euro currency. And we all know that the euro currency is bigger siya in terms of in the exchange sa ibang bansa, like dito sa Philippines. So, all in all, yun yung mga institution na bahagi in terms of finance and market integration. That's all, and have a nice day.
Good morning, sir. My name is Jessamay Gubatan from BSES 1B. My topic is all about history of global market integration, or it is also known as the birth of capitalism. So, what is global market integration? Global market integration occurs when prices among different locations or related goods follow similar patterns over a long period of time. Groups of goods often move proportionally to each other, and when this relation is very clear among different markets, it is said that the markets are integrated. The term integrations refer to a process whereby the quality of relations among autonomous social units, kinships, groups, tribes, cities, trade unions, and so on, changes in such a way as to erode the autonomy of each and make it part of a larger aggregate. So when we say capitalism, capitalism is an economic system where private entities own the factors of production. 19th century, The 19th century saw substantial advances in international market integration and creation of a truly world economy. Technological advance was critical in this. In 1830s, steamships connected the world's parts to each other, and from the ports, the railroads ran inland, creating a new and faster world transport network. Freight rates fell, and goods could be carried across the world to ever more distant markets and still be cheaper in those faraway places than the same item produced locally. Linked closely to these changes was the electric telegraph, whose lines often ran along the new railroad networks. 1854, telegraph systems were established in most countries, including the major markets of British and India. 1866, did you know that the first transatlantic cable, which was laid by steamship, was made in 1866? These existing domestic telegraph systems were linked together by marine cables. And that's all. Thank you po.
Maghahaw tatanan